Y'all already know the deal, man. What's good? If you missed my last two videos, definitely go check them out. Once again, welcome to the new channel. This is probably the last time I'll say it, because after this video, god damn it shouldn't be new no more, correct? But I don't know. How long is it before you stop saying new channel? You know what I'm saying? I really don't know, but welcome to the channel, people. And basically, I'm going to talk to y'all about why I quit PC gaming. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you didn't know. Now, I mean, of course, people don't know, because anytime I say things like, you know, I'm looking forward to Quantum Break, or I'm getting Quantum Break on the Xbox One and things like that, people always say things like, oh, why ain't you getting it on PC, and what happened to your PC, and stuff like that. So, I'm just going to talk about, you know, why I quit PC, because there's a couple of reasons. You know, one of the reasons is something personal. So, you know, we're going to talk about that. You feel what I'm saying? But, yeah, you know, I quit PC July last year, about 8 months ago. And I haven't missed it at all. Not one bit. In fact, I've been enjoying gaming a whole lot more since I, left that PC shit alone. You feel what I'm saying? I've been enjoying gaming a whole lot better. You know what I mean? You know, oh, the irony, right? Ain't that crazy? How are you enjoying gaming better when PC is so much superior? At the end of the day, you know, I'm all about fun factor nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to leave all of that other shit alone. It comes down to fun factor. It comes down to what exactly is fun. You know what I mean? And that's how I was able to you know, leave PC alone. All right, so let's get into it. You know what I mean? I don't want to take too much time out of this. Even though I'm doing this live, it's still going to go up as a video. So for the people that don't make it, they can check it out. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you like the video, favorite, and all that good shit. All right, so I'm going to start off with the little reasons why I quit PC. And, they, you know, of course, all of the reasons together builds up. But the one of the main reasons why I quit PC gaming was quite frankly that the mouse and keyboard. Yes, the mouse and keyboard. Something I cannot fucking stand when it comes to gaming. I think it just is unnatural to me. It's very unnatural. I cannot for the life of me get down with that fucking mouse and keyboard. I just can't fucking do it. I refuse to do it. I refuse to try. I refuse to put forth the effort. I cannot stand the mouse and keyboard. I hate it. I think it's gay. Nah, I'm just joking. I do hate mouse and keyboard though. I fucking hate it. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the main reasons I left PC gaming. Now, when I first started PC gaming, it was back in 2011. So I was coming from the 360 and the PS3 going to PC. I was going from playing Battlefield 3 on 360 PS3 to playing Battlefield 3 on the PC. Now, at that time, that jump was huge. It was a monumental jump going from consoles, you know, last gen consoles to PC, especially with Battlefield 3. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean, it was night and day, people. I mean, it was the difference between shit and ice cream. Like, that's how big of a jump it was going from last gen consoles to PC. So when I made that jump to PC, it was like, I couldn't go back. Like, going back to those last generation consoles, it was not a fucking option. It was not going to happen. I just could not do it. I'm not going back. I'm not doing it. You understand? So at that point in time, I was motivated to become as good as I could become on a controller against mouse and keyboard players. And it was very difficult. It took a lot of hard work and dedication because it is not easy at all. You know, especially trying to learn how to play a first-person shooter without no aim assist. You know what I'm saying? Aim assist was invented for a reason. At one point in time, developers thought that first-person shooters wouldn't even work on consoles because of the controller. So they had to come up with a solution. So trying to play a shooter without no aim assist on a controller, it can be pretty difficult. You know what I mean? The learning curve could be very steep, especially when you're going up against people that's on a mouse and keyboard. You understand? So, you know, I was able to do fairly well on games like Battlefield 3. I was pretty nice. You know, games like Far Cry 3, which had aim assist. You know what I'm saying? I was a fucking beast. Max Payne 3 and things like that. But games like Crysis 3, I just got destroyed. Like, destroyed trying to use a controller against these mouse and keyboard dudes. And that shit was tough. You know what I'm saying? So it got to the point where I just wasn't having no fun on multiplayer games. And then when Battlefield 4 came out and I was getting destroyed on Battlefield 4 and I couldn't understand why, that was probably the start of my decline from PC. Like right there. Because it took a few years to get to where I'm actually at now. You know what I mean? Because at first I just did not want to accept giving up PC. I just didn't want to do it. So when Battlefield 4 beta came out, I was getting destroyed online. And I didn't understand why. It's like, yo, I do very well on Battlefield 3 with a controller against mouse and keyboard. Why is that not transferring over to Battlefield 4? For some reason, even till this day, I just could never get to where I was on Battlefield 3. So when the beta first came out in 2013 and I got on, you know, I was hype as fuck. You know, I downloaded it. You know, I got on Battlefield 4 and I got fucking destroyed. And I just kept getting destroyed and destroyed and destroyed. And I realized, yo, this shit ain't working. I can't fucking do it no more. You know what I'm saying? It was really kind of like, in video game sense, it was fucking depressing. You understand what I'm saying? In video game sense. I felt like this was the only multiplayer game I was looking forward to. This is the only multiplayer game that I gave a fuck about. Like, y'all know how I am about Battlefield, right? So I was like so looking forward to Battlefield 4. Then here I am getting fucking destroyed. And I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do. You know what I mean? I felt like I ain't even want to play no games that fucking holiday season. I'm like, man, Battlefield was the one fucking game that I was really looking forward to in 2013 holiday season. So I felt like, man, this is crazy. Now, at the same time as that beta, I downloaded Battlefield 4 beta on the PS3. Now, of course, I laughed, and when I seen those graphics, I was just like, wow. It was, you know, they were disgusting. But after I got past all that, I was having a fucking blast. You know what I mean? Of course, I was doing very well. You know what I mean? I was beasting, but I was having so much fun. So even the game looked disgusting in comparison to PC. Fun. The fun factor was high as fuck. I was having a blast. So I was like, damn, man, Battlefield 4 is fucking great. I loved it. So then I see a video from Level Cap. Now, at the time, I didn't know Level Cap was pretty much, how can I say this, a sellout. I didn't know that he was fucking being paid by EA to promote games. So I seen a video from Level Cap, and he was talking about his experience with Battlefield 4 for the PS4. Now, at the time, I had just got a 4770K and a new Z87 motherboard at the time. And I wasn't really happy because I thought it was going to be a huge upgrade from my 2600K and my, what kind of motherboard I had? God damn, what was it, like a something 68 something? I forgot. But anyway, I looked at this Level Cap video and he was just like speaking highly about Battlefield 4 on PS4. Now, this is a dude at the time, he had two 780s. So he can play Battlefield 4 at max settings, 60 frames per second with no fucking problem, right? And he's speaking highly about the PS4 version. He like, oh, it's very good. It's like, besides a little visual difference, it's just as good as the PC version. I mean, he was speaking highly about this shit. Now I know that he was being paid to fucking do what he did, but I'm watching his video and I'm like, oh, really? It looked just as good as the PC version, huh? Now, this is somebody that I believe because he had a fucking SLI rig of a 780. So I'm like, if he feel like that, then damn. So I'm thinking to myself like, yo, I had a blast playing on the console version, and now Battlefield 4 on PS4 gonna be just like PC with, you know, with the 64 players and all of that shit. So I was like, shit, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get me a PS4. Fuck this PC shit. I need to play Battlefield 4. Now, at the time, I assumed that you would not be able to get a PS4 on launch day. This was like, man, if PS4 came out on a Thursday, right? This was like a Monday. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was going to cost a whole lot. Like I was going to have to spend a whole lot of money if I wanted to get a PS4. So I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm selling this motherboard, this CPU, and this 780. All this shit can go. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go ahead and get the PS4. So, you know, I got the PS4 and we know how that all went. But the whole mouse and keyboard thing is something that I can never get down with. So, and y'all know I'm big on multiplayer games. You know what I'm saying? So that was starting to take a toll on me because I would have to work extra hard to fucking even enjoy these multiplayer games a little bit on PC. And it was just too draining. You know what I mean? Like, I want to play games to not be frustrated, but to have fun. And that shit wasn't really working out for me. So that mouse and keyboard shit definitely, me not adapting that, definitely started to take a toll on me. So I was like, you know, fuck it, you know, I'm ready to jump ship. You know what I mean? On top of that, some other problems I had with PC was just technical problems. You know what I mean? PC is by no means a perfect platform. By no means. Don't ever let one of these PC elitists lie to you and make it seem like fucking PC is just the holy grail of fucking gaming, because it's not. You know what I mean? And one of the last problems I had that really pissed me off with PC on the technical side was when I got my first 980 Ti, right? I get my first 980 Ti and I put it in my rig, and if you on PC, you know changing the graphics card is as easy as changing your fucking drawers, right? It's easy. It's like if you can't change your own graphics card, then you're legally retarded. You're definitely legally retarded if you can't change your own graphics card. I mean, me, myself, I can build PCs from scratch. I'm just saying, if you can't change your own goddamn graphics card, you are legally retarded. So I get the 980 Ti and I put it in and I turn on my PC and the PC won't fucking boot. It wouldn't post. Like, it would come on and then it would just, you know, it came on and then you see little numbers in the corner and it just would stop. It just wouldn't fucking post. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm doing all this troubleshooting. I'm just doing everything I can possibly do. I'm taking the graphics card out, putting it in. I'm changing PCI slots. I'm doing everything I can fucking do to get this shit to work, and it would not fucking work. I'm in this bitch sweating. I'm pissed. This shit took me like 2 hours to figure it out, man. 2 fucking hours. And guess what it was? Something so fucking simple. It had something to do with MSI and their USB ports, right? Something was like wrong with, like, if you got something connected to the USB port, then sometimes your computer won't come on. All I had to do was unplug my fucking microphone. That was it. 2 fucking hours of frustration. All I did was unplug the microphone and the PC came on. I said, motherfucker. I was like, I'm sick of this PC shit. I'm fucking sick. That's all I had to do. Something as simple as unplugging my goddamn microphone, dog. That was the one thing that was stopping the PC from fucking working, dog. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, yo, that shit pissed me off because it took a few hours to figure this shit out, and it was something so small. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I can't fucking, I'm tired of this PC shit, dog. Like, I felt like the hassle just was not worth it. Like, I was at the end of my fucking rope with this PC shit. Needless to say, I sold my 980 Ti like 5 days after I got it. I sold it like 5 days, went and got a PlayStation, didn't like that, sold that, and then went and got another 980 Ti, and I kept that for 3 days, and then I sold it. And then that's when I was like, I'm done. I'm done with PC. Like, I'm finished. You know what I'm saying? And that was 8 months ago. You know what I'm saying? So within a span of like a week and a half, I had 2 980 Ti's that I got sold, got another one, sold it. It was like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I quit fucking PC gaming. You know what I'm saying? So now, one of the main reasons why I quit PC gaming, and it's been great ever since I did it, was because the whole the hardware thing, the upgrading thing. I mean, to make a long story short, I was never happy with what I had. You know what I'm saying? I was never happy with what I had. You know what I mean? And this is a personal issue, right? Everybody might not suffer from this, but this is something that I was suffering from, right? So I was never happy with my rig. You know what I'm saying? I was never happy with my graphics card or CPU, knowing that there was shit out there that was better. Anytime I like to know that there was things that was better out there, that shit used to bother me. That shit used to affect me. You feel what I'm saying? Where I was starting to become, I was starting to care more about upgrading rather than I was actually gaming on PC, right? So like I was gaming and stuff, like I ain't never stopped gaming on PC, but it was always a distraction of me wanting to have the better stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I just never was happy. The only time, if I was happy, it was like in small increments. Yeah? Like the only time that I can remember being cool with my setup was when the 980 came out, right? When the 980 came out, I got the 980 and no, because I got rid of my 980. But no, when the 980 came out, I was cool because at the time, the 980 was the best graphics card at that time. Like you couldn't get a better graphics card. You couldn't get a better single solution graphics card at that time. So at that time, I had a chance to breathe like, okay, good. You know what I mean? I can't get no better than this, so I'm all right now, and I can enjoy what the fuck I got. And then, but that only lasted for a short while, because what came out after that? The fucking Titan X, right? So bam, Titan X came out, now and I hate my rig again. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, man, fuck! And that was a problem because, you know, with this technology shit, there's always something coming out newer and better. Always. It seemed like as soon as you get a phone, you know, 2 weeks later, a fucking month later, 2 months later, here comes a better fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you get a graphics card, a couple months later, here comes a better graphics card. Same thing with the CPU. As soon as you get a CPU, a couple of months later, here comes a fucking better CPU. You know what I'm saying? Better motherboard, better this. Here comes some new equipment with features that your old shit doesn't have. You feel what I'm saying? And that shit used to affect me like you wouldn't believe. Now that was a personal problem, right? So everybody this won't affect everybody. But for me, it was like, it was like an addiction or something like that. Like I just was never happy with what I had. You feel me? So once the Titan X came out, or any card, like any card I would get, as soon as something better come out, I wasn't happy with it. Like I remember when I first got the 780, I wasn't really happy with that because the Titan was out and the Titan was better. You know what I'm saying? Even though you can overclock, you know, the 780 to be better than a stock Titan, but come on, at the end of the day, the Titan was a better fucking card, period. I don't give a fuck what you overclocking and all that. And of course, when you're in denial, you'll try to, you know, come up with different excuses and all of that shit to make yourself feel better about what you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, the 4790K, it's really good. You know, the 6700K, that's the new hotness, but it's really only like 5% better than the 4790K. Now, even though this shit might be true, I still wasn't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I still wanted like a 6700K. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, I don't give a fuck if I'm only gonna get a 2-frame boost. I want the new shit. and that's how I was for years. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why I got a fucking 580 when I knew the 680 was like a month away. You know what I'm saying? But it was killing me inside so much that I just had to have that 580. I just could not wait for a 680. Even though people was telling me, yo, the 680 is about to come out. Why are you getting the 580? It was like, man, I don't give a fuck if the 680 come out next week. I need that 580 right now until then. And I was just upgrading like a motherfucker, man, because I was never happy with what I had. And that was really taking a toll on me and PC gaming, because I just could never like really enjoy it 100% like I should have been. You know what I'm saying? Because soon as I'm enjoying my shit, here comes some new parts that's better than what I got now. And it's like, man, fuck this old shit. I don't want this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was just like, it was crazy. So now that I quit PC gaming and I really don't even worry about it or anything, it's like I've been more, I guess you could say, stress-free when gaming. It's just all been based on fun factor now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not counting pixels or frames or none of that shit no more right now. It's just really just all down to fucking fun factor. That's it. Like, don't nothing else matter right now, this shit. Like, I was going to get, I was going to jump back into PC a couple of weeks ago. I was going to get a 6700K and a new motherboard, and I was going to get another 980 Ti. The total, everything was like $1,245, and I was like, man, fuck that. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. And I ain't even really know much about a 6700K. I ain't even know like it had a different socket and all of that shit. I ain't know nothing because I've been out the loop for the last 8 months. But that was like the biggest thing that was like really destroying my experience with PC gaming was the constant upgrades, the constant new graphics cards and equipment and hardware being released. That shit was just too much because every time it came out, I wanted it. And you wouldn't believe how much fucking money was being wasted. You know what I'm saying? When I was on PC, I was flushing money like down the toilet. I might as well just took money and just ripped it up and just flushed it down the toilet, man, because that's exactly what the fuck I was doing with all these fucking upgrades, man. Like, shit was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, that's the main reason why I quit PC, man, and it's been good. I've been chilling ever since, man. I haven't even got that PC urge or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm done with PC forever. I mean, it feels like I am. I really do feel like I'm like, I don't care about PC no more. But, you never know with me, man. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute I feel one type of way, and then the next minute I feel a whole nother type of way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with admitting that. You know what I'm saying? I know who the fuck I am. Ain't no reason to lie to my goddamn self. You feel me? So, I'm not saying I'm not going to never get back into PC gaming, but just right now, I just don't care about PC gaming, like, at all. Like, I don't give a fuck about PC gaming right now. And I'm somebody who was gaming on PC for, 4 years. You know what I mean? Damn near 5 years, and then had damn near every high-end graphics card, you know what I'm saying, that came out as far as on the NVIDIA line. All my graphics cards was always 80s. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did have a 970 for like 2 days, but other than that, all my graphics cards always been 80s and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I went from the 480 to the 580 to the 680 to the 780. Then I had a 980, and then I had a 980 Ti. So I always had, my graphics card always been like second place. You know what I'm saying, on the fucking on the list, but I just don't care about PC gaming no more, yo. Like, that shit was a headache. know what I'm saying? I had a lot of issues that I was dealing with fucking gaming on PC. And, you know, like I said, one of the main issues was just never being happy with what I had. Never feeling grateful or none of that. Like, I was an ungrateful motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of dudes that's running around here with some bullshit in they motherfucking PC. You know what I'm saying? You got people running around here with some bullshit. I mean, Bond had a fucking 560 Ti until last year. You know what I'm saying? A card I wouldn't even touch with a 10-foot pole. Even back when I first got into PC, I ain't want to touch that shit. But, you know, I just was never like happy, man. I was never happy. Shit was crazy. Shit was crazy. But yeah, so that's the reason why you know, I quit PC gaming, for everybody to be asking. Anytime I say I'm getting Quantum Break on Xbox One, people be like, why you not getting it on the PC? I mean, you can look at my comment section right now. They'd be like, why not on the PC? I'm not on PC. I'm not in a rush to get back on it. I'm perfectly fine on consoles. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm somebody that always had some of the best graphics cards, so I know what you know, what it entails. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I even played at higher resolutions, 4K, 1440p. Like, I know what's up. I know what the PC has to offer, but for that fucking headache I was going through dealing with that shit, I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't need no PC. You know, yes, games are cheaper and all that, but hey, man, I'll pay for whatever I gotta pay for as long as it entertains me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's all about that fun factor with me, man. That's why I've been able to game on consoles just fine. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, the consoles are weak, frame rate issues, lower resolutions, and all of that shit. You know, I know all of these things. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'd rather, you know, fun factor prevails over all of that shit now. I mean, yeah, there was a time where I was all about that shit. I mean, we already know. You've been around for a while. You already know how I was getting down. It was all about them fucking the resolution and the frames and all of that shit. That's all that fucking mattered. Shit, upgrading was all that mattered to me at one point in time. But after you get burnt out, it's just like you start to see that it's all about that fun factor, man. That's what it's all about. So, you know what I'm saying? Really, I just got burnt out. I just got burnt out on PC gaming and shit. You know, it's funny, I see people say shit like, yeah, man, you know, I just started PC gaming about 2-3 weeks ago, and I ain't looked back at a console yet. And I'm thinking to myself like, shit, yeah, that's what you call the honeymoon period. Wait till you get a couple of them motherfucking technical problems up under your belt.